Welcome to the gaming news of the week. This week, Hoyoverse has announced a new update for Honkai StarRail to welcome version 2.1 starting from March 27th. In particular, you can expect to explore the depths of Penokani, as revealed in the livestream of the special program Into the Yawning Chasm on March 16th. Among the main novelties of the update are the introduction of new characters like Acheron, Aventurino, and Gallagher, who promise to add an extra dose of excitement to the Space Odyssey. But that's not all, as version 2.1 also marks the return of two well-known friends from Xianzhou Luofu, Luo Cha and Jing Liu, who will once again join the Trailblazers on their adventure. Additionally, the game will also offer a series of special events to mark this special occasion. On top of the update is also an anniversary celebration. You can expect abundant in-game benefits from the event. There are up to 20 special StarRail passes up for grabs, along with 1,600 Stellar Jades and more. Next up is some news from Bandai Namco. Namco have begun distributing a demo of Sandland, an action RPG based on the manga by Akira Toriyama. These past few weeks have been quite tough for fans of Akira Toriyama's work, but Toriyama's work continues to expand in different areas, this time regarding his manga series Sandland. The demo released for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS4, PS5, and PC, all of which will also be platforms the full game will come to. Additionally, we saw a new preview of the game which showcases both the combat and the world that players will be able to discover in this new game. This week we also saw Sandland the series on Disney Plus and Hulu, starting from March 20th. This is an adaptation of the movie released in Japan last year, and it will have a total of 13 episodes, with only 7 premiering on the mentioned day. A new episode will be released every Wednesday, and the series will conclude in May. The events of the movie will be recounted, but these weekly episodes will see the plot expanded in some way thanks to Akira Toriyama's contribution. With the upcoming release of Sandland adaptations and Dragon Ball Daima on the horizon, fans can rest assured that the legacy of Akira Toriyama will remain tangible for years to come. In other news, Lies of P has managed to surpass 7 million players worldwide. The devs revealed this latest milestone in a social media post, which seemingly accounts for its success on all platforms, including last-gen releases. From Software was responsible for the creation and success of a new type of game, nicknamed the Souls-like genre. Many other studios are now trying their luck with the Souls formula with varying degrees of success. However, if there's one thing that many agree on, it's that Lies of P is one of the best non-FromSoft Souls games ever made. It was developed by NeoWiz, a Korean team that decided to use the tale of Pinocchio to adapt this new world, where a puppet had to face all sorts of dangers with the aim of becoming a real boy, albeit with certain nuances to differentiate it from the original Italian work. And it seems that, although there were doubts before its release, NeoWiz has managed to make the title a success to the point where it already has a DLC in development. It's a pretty impressive title for a first attempt at the genre, so I'm definitely excited to see anything they put up soon. Next up, Steam has announced the launch of Steam Families in its beta version. You may be wondering, what are Steam Families? As detailed by Valve in the official statements shared on its social media, Steam Family Groups are a set of new and existing features related to families. They replace Steam's family sharing and family mode, providing a single place to manage the games your family can use and when they can play them. When a user joins a family group, they will automatically be able to access the games that can be shared by other members. And at the same time, they will be able to access the titles that other family members can share from their library. The next time you log into Steam, the new Family Library will appear in the left column as a subsection of your game list. Your titles will remain yours, and when you purchase a new game, it will appear in your collection just like always. In Valve's official statement, they stated that, "We know that no two families are the same, but Steam Family Groups work for groups of up to 6 members who live together." With that in mind, we can expect the requirements to participate in a Steam Family Group or the number of members to change as we monitor its usage over time. Next up, we have more Starfield updates. Beginning with the most significant changes, this new update for Starfield adds very interesting improvements for photo mode and scanner usage. When taking snapshots, we can modify the posture and expression of a character or companion, and now we have the option to make certain movements, such as opening doors, while using the mentioned scanner. Another very interesting addition is that now simply setting course for a mission will make it become active mission in our HUD. And speaking of ships, you can now adjust the FOV when navigating space in third person. Finally, the game now performs a quick save every time we travel to the surface of a planet. The rest, almost 1,000 improvements, are distributed among graphical, artistic, gameplay text and localization fixes, interface, and other more specific ones focused on outposts, ships, and missions. While most changes are for both platforms, some specific ones only apply to a particular one. With this update, Bethesda has shown that they are continuing on the path to make Starfield reach the standards of the game they had planned before the launch. The company was incredibly ambitious, trying to create an RPG capable of generating interest and also one that could emulate the success of great RPGs like Skyrim, which they are quite a ways from achieving. You can expect the next update to arrive in approximately 6 weeks. Next, we have some unfortunate news for Riot's MMO. Riot Games have provided an update on its League of Legends MMO, which is still in development but is still several years away. In a detailed post on Twitter, Mark Merrill, the co-founder of the studio, mentioned that Riot remains committed to the project announced in December 2020, but has returned to the design phase at some point in the last few years. The team has been working under a new technical director, BG3, who has been responsible for outlining the project's technical aspects. As they return to square one, Riot Games does not expect to provide any news about it in the short or medium term. In fact, the company's co-founder believes that we will have to wait several years because this silence will give the team time to focus. In his words, "We understand the excitement and eagerness for new information, but we ask for your trust during this silent phase." Riot has taken 3 years to give us more information about the MMO, and now another long period of silence is coming. In Mark Merrill's words, "Resetting our development path also means that we'll be in the dark for a long time, probably several years." In any case, it's clear that the League of Legends MMO, codenamed Project F, still has a long way to go. Moving on, we have some news from Diablo 4. Blizzard announced that Season 4 of Diablo won't arrive until May, but they have hinted that they will be making a lot of changes. In the Campfire chat, they explained that they are preparing such a large patch that we will feel like it's more of a sequel or continuation. They also explained that they are going to change the appearance ratio of items with higher rarity, as well as different systems related to the loot system. They even stated that the way we understand combat preparation is going to change, and that loot reviews will be more important, that we will have greater flexibility when building our builds so that the same characters don't always dominate, or that the system by which we temper the items obtained from a boss will be better and will allow us to make them useful even if they don't appear to be. Blizzard has also set to work on certain playable elements for the RPG endgame. Now, Helltide commanders will appear in all world levels, a new boss named Andariel will be introduced, and the Artisans well, which will host random and timed dungeons to obtain rare crafting materials. They also plan a list of improvements that end with the most obvious quality of life adjustments in the game, as well as buffs and nerfs for certain classes, although the company is saving surprises for later on. The Campfire chat ended with a declaration of intentions. Blizzard wants to ensure a smooth launch for Season 4, so they will carry out a preliminary test starting from April 2nd for those of us playing on PC, although only through battle.net. A testing phase that serves to gear up for the official launch of the season on May 14th. In other more positive news, Larian Studios and Baldur's Gate 3 have once again taken the crown in another awards ceremony following the Game Awards 2023. In case you were out of the loop, March is the month where every year the Game Developers Conference, known as the GDC, takes place. Like other events in the gaming industry, it also has its own awards ceremony. Known as the Game Developers Choice Awards, the 2024 edition was dedicated to recognizing the best titles from the previous year according to the industry itself. And once again, many of the results from the Game Awards were repeated, crowning Baldur's Gate 3 as the best game of the year. With this award, Larian Studios continues to reap the successes of a work that took 6 years of development and, after its release, continues to capture the attention of both players and developers. The Game Developers Choice Awards 2024 had several categories with nominees covering the entire spectrum of gaming, from indie games to the most imposing AAA titles. Additionally, the ceremony provided recognition to two important figures in the world of video games. Fawzi Mesmar, whose career of over 20 years led him to assist in the development of titles from series like Battlefield, Candy Crush, and Persona, and Yoko Shimomura, who I'm sure you've heard of as a legendary composer who worked on Street Fighter II, Final Fight, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy XV, Super Mario RPG, and many more games. In case you were curious about the rest of the awards, I'll go over them now. The best audio went to Hi-Fi Rush, the best debut went to Venba, best design went to Baldur's Gate 3, best innovation to Tears of the Kingdom, best narrative also to Baldur's Gate 3, social impact award to Venba, best technology to Tears of the Kingdom, and best visual art to Alan Wake 2. So that about wraps up this week's news. If you're interested in supporting the channel, be sure to leave a comment, let us know what you think all about the news in the comments below, and check out our VIP subscription on the website for some exclusive supporter benefits. We will be seeing you next week.